In the heart of the Middle East lies a land of ancient history, sacred to three major religions. But beneath its serene facade lies a tale of conflict, strife, and unyielding determination. This is the story of Palestine and Israel. The roots of this conflict stretch back millennia, to a time when kingdoms rose and fell, and empires clashed for supremacy. But it was in the 20th century that the stage was set for one of the most enduring and intractable conflicts of modern times. After the collapse of the Ottoman Empire, the lands of Palestine came under British control. But as the winds of change swept across the region, so too did the aspirations of two peoples, the Jewish settlers seeking a homeland, and the Palestinians yearning for self-determination. Tensions simmered as the Jewish population grew, leading to clashes between communities and spurring international intervention. In 1947, the United Nations proposed a partition plan, dividing Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states. But the dream of coexistence quickly turned into a nightmare as violence erupted between the newly declared State of Israel and its Arab neighbors. The Arab-Israeli War of 1948 marked the beginning of a cycle of conflict that would define the region for generations to come. Over the decades, wars were fought, territories were occupied, and peace initiatives faltered. The Six-Day War of 1967 saw Israel seize control of the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and other territories, further exacerbating tensions and fueling Palestinian resistance. In the shadow of occupation, the Palestinian struggle for statehood took on new urgency, culminating in the Oslo Accords of 1993. But hopes for lasting peace were dashed by continued violence, political deadlock, and the rise of extremist ideologies on both sides. Today, the conflict rages on, with no end in sight. As generations of Palestinians and Israelis grapple with the legacy of the past and the uncertainties of the future, the quest for peace remains as elusive as ever. In recent years, the conflict between Israel and Palestine has reached a boiling point, with violence erupting in the streets and reverberating across the globe. The catalysts are many: territorial disputes, religious tensions, and a deep-seated desire for justice and freedom. At the heart of this conflict lies the Palestinian quest for statehood and the Israeli desire for security. But as the two sides remain entrenched in their positions, the cycle of violence shows no signs of abating. Amidst the chaos, faint glimmers of hope emerge, from grassroots movements advocating for coexistence to diplomatic efforts aimed at finding a lasting solution. But time is running out, and the stakes have never been higher. As the clock ticks relentlessly, the people of Israel and Palestine find themselves caught in a struggle for survival, their lives hanging in the balance. In this high-stakes game of brinkmanship, every decision, every action, has the potential to tip the scales in favor of peace or plunge the region into further chaos. In the turbulent landscape of the Holy Land, the conflict between Israel and Palestine continues to unfold with breathtaking intensity. And as the world holds its breath, one thing is clear: the clock is ticking, and the future hangs in the balance. In the wake of Israel's recent military offensive in Gaza, the Palestinian territory lies shattered, its people grappling with the immense human and material cost of the conflict. This is the story of Palestine after the storm. The scale of destruction is staggering, with entire neighborhoods reduced to rubble and vital infrastructure left in ruins. As the smoke clears, the true extent of the devastation becomes painfully clear. In the midst of despair, signs of hope emerge, from grassroots initiatives providing humanitarian aid to international solidarity movements standing in solidarity with the Palestinian people. But the road to recovery is long and fraught with challenges. Compounding the devastation is the ongoing blockade of Gaza, which has crippled the territory's economy and limited access to essential goods and services. As Palestinians struggle to rebuild their lives, the blockade remains a stark reminder of the barriers to peace and prosperity. In the face of unspeakable tragedy, the people of Palestine refuse to be broken. With courage and determination, they stand ready to rebuild their shattered homeland and reclaim their dignity and rights. And as the world watches, the question remains, will justice prevail in Palestine after the storm?